Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know, I think now more than ever, it's harder for organizations to get money to grow in order to help their various causes out there. Besides the fact that there's just financial fatigue in general and donation fatigue, philanthropy fatigue, it's just challenging because there are so many worthy groups out there. And so entrepreneurial-minded organizations are trying to get clever to help raise themselves money for their cause. And one of the groups that are out there, or one of the firms that are out there to try to help nonprofits in this effort, is a group called the National Association for the Exchange of Industrial Resources. Gary Smith is the president and CEO of that organization. We're going to take a little time with him here today to talk about exactly what they do. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Good. So, I'm sure my statement at the beginning was accurate. It is really hard to get money from individuals for nonprofits these days.
Well, it is. I mean, everybody's competing for the same dollar. And this kind of differentiates what we do. We are, and we're known by our members as NAIR, N-A-E-I-R, okay? In fact, if you were to give our members the full acronym, only probably 5% of it would actually know what the National Association for the Exchange of Industrial Resources is. We go by NAIR. And we are, in fact, a very entrepreneurial 501c3 organization. What we do, our basic mission is to solicit contributions of excess inventory from American corporations who are afforded, in many cases, an above-cost federal tax deduction for brand-new merchandise that they give to an organization like ours. We're located in Galesburg, Illinois. Then we, in turn, have approximately 12,000 member organizations, everything from school districts, the myriad of types of nonprofits, churches, and then we also have a brand-new teachers program. We take in this merchandise from large American corporations, and it could be anything from overruns, discontinued lines, packaging changes, or companies who are very much now concerned with protecting their brand. So they can take something and dump it off to a liquidator, but then have that competing against their own product. So what we do is we take in this merchandise from American corporations. We have our members. We are dues-paying members in several different levels, and then we make this as an offer to them. We ourselves don't take and never have taken contributions of cash. We feel, and this is more of the entrepreneurial spirit of...
Hey, and I want you to finish your thought, but I just want to warn you, if you answer every question like this, I'll ask you two questions.
Okay.
So I need to kind of tighten up your answers real quick.
Okay, so I've given you my thing. Give me your two questions.
I'd like to ask you more to that. That's why it was important to kind of tighten it up there. I always prefer someone who wants to talk a lot than the guy who just shakes his head during a radio interview. It never works very well. But so basically, one business's trash or no longer needed item is a nonprofit's treasure. And you're kind of trying to maximize that.
Exactly. We're taking what leftovers, remainders from American corporations and passing that on to our members who choose the things that they need for their organization. And these things have to be used for the care of the ill, the needy, or minors. So it's really a win-win situation. We are not allowed to sell the product, but we're allowed to charge handling charges to recoup our cost in taking this merchandise into our 450,000 square foot facility in Galesburg.
Okay, where is that at, by the way, Galesburg?
Galesburg is about 200 miles directly west of Chicago. It is the home of Carl Sandburg, and Knox College. It was one of the Lincoln Douglas debate sites.
Oh, cool.
We're about 200 miles west of Chicago.
Okay, very cool. Now, and so tell me about the type of groups, organizations that you try to benefit, that you work with.
Okay, we have several different programs depending upon the size of the organization and their various needs. School districts can be one. Large nonprofits with facilities can be another. Your myriad of smaller type of nonprofit organizations, which could be nursing homes, which could be homes for battered women, which could be your YMCAs, those types of organizations, social service organizations, are also members. And then we've started a new teacher program. And by the way, tomorrow is Teacher Appreciation Day. So teachers can actually get stuff at a fraction of the cost to use within their classroom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so obviously there's got to be a business side to what you're doing, or you couldn't do it. How do you make your money in the process?
We generate our revenue from membership fees, which range from $595, which is the full Premier membership, to $9 for a teacher. Okay, and then our shipping and handling charges. As a nonprofit, we can have excess revenues, but that has to be dispersed within the organization.
Okay. And type of companies that have actually been contributing material?
Over the years, some of our biggest donors have been companies like 3M has been very, very good to us, Hallmark, W.W. Granger, the industrial supply company, American Greetings, Delta Faucet, Avery Dennison, Newell Rubbermaid, companies like that happen to have excess inventory. And in some cases, Kevin, it can be a one-shot deal when they realize they're shutting down a warehouse, or it can be a continuing experience where they see that as they're running heavy on their excess inventory, that they do it on a continuing process. But we'll look at anything. We consider ourselves to be problem solvers. Most of these larger corporations get up to a twice-cost federal tax deduction for the merchandise that they give. One of the things that kind of hurts our business right now is...
And Gary, I got to wrap it up, so
okay.
Tighten up there at the end.
Okay.
Oh, can you finish that thought quickly that you had?
Yes, is that when we were founded in 1976, most corporations were C corporations. Now, only 30% are C corporations, and as you know, most of the corporations are S corporations. Mm-hmm. We're trying to track in Congress now a bill that will allow regular corporations, S corporations, the same chance to put them on an equal level with the big corporations. So the mm-hmm. small local paint store can give their excess inventory and help out needy nonprofits, whether through us or going right to the nonprofit, and be on the same parity as big businesses.
All right, Gary Smith, again, he's with the National Association for the Exchange of Industrial Resources, also known as NAIR. You know, NAIR, the stuff that you put on your legs.
Yeah, I know.
Shorts. Yeah. I'm just pulling your leg. Yeah. NAIR, NAEIR.org. NAEIR.org. Gary, thanks for being with us.
Kevin, thank you so much, and anytime you want to talk, we're here.
All right, thanks. All right, when we come back, we're going to have more for you. And I am Kevin Price. You're listening to The Price of Business.